be nervous. I'm nervous enough for all of it. I'm glad Brother Jerry let me stand behind this pulpit, because that way y'all can't see my knees or not. But I did want to share a little bit about my testimony and some things that's been going on with me here lately. And about 29 years ago, I accepted the Lord as my Lord and Savior right over here in the old church. I think we was having a revival, and some people from Corinth Baptist Church was over here, and Brother Randall Petty, after that last night at it, he called me off to the side and said, they something bothering you. He said, I know what it is. He said, the devil's or the Lord's dealing with you. He said, but the devil is telling you, he said, the devil's telling you that you don't need the Lord. He said, let me tell you a little parable. He said, the devil and his demons was talking. He said, the devil said, we got to win some more souls. And said the demons told him, said, we're telling people they don't need Christ. He said, and the devil said, no. He said, don't tell them that. He said, what you need to tell them is tell them that they do need Christ. But what it is, they don't need Christ right now. They need to put it off and just wait a while. And Brother Randall said, but let me tell you, David, he said, you may not have another chance. He said you could just pull right out on the road out here. He said a car hit you. He said this be your last chance to accept the Lord. And he walked on out, and I stood there just a minute, and I thought about that. And so I knew, I needed Christ. So I went and found Brother Frank Reeves, and I told him, I said, I need to accept the Lord. He told me, he said, go find Faye and don't come back here. I did. I went and got Faye, and we went right over there in one of those little Sunday school rooms, and he set me down and led me to the Lord. And that was the best thing that has ever happened to me. My life changed. I felt different about myself. I could tell other people felt different toward me, or seemed like it did. It might have been just that I felt different about myself, and I was thinking that other people felt different about me, but it just, I guess you could say it just lifted the burden off of me. So anyway, I've tried to live for the Lord to the best of my ability since then. And but I've had some trials and stuff. We've had a time or two had little sicknesses and stuff. And here recently, I had a little problem with this thing in my neck. And one day, Faye and I and Gracie was up at Oaks Restaurant and was having lunch. And while Faye was fixing her and Gracie a plate, I stayed at the table with Gracie. Well, my right arm went numb from my shoulder all the way down to my hand. So, it stayed that way for about 5 minutes. But when Faye came back to the table, I didn't say anything to her because I didn't want to worry her or anything. So I knew in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I had a doctor's appointment. I figured, well, I'd talk to him then. But my appointment was on Monday, and about Wednesday, they called and said the doctor wasn't going to be in and wouldn't be anybody to see me. So the appointment was canceled. But I actually had 2 appointments. The first appointment was for them to check my neck. We got the ultrasound, whatever they did. And then 30 minutes after that, I was supposed to see the doctor or the nurse practitioner for them to tell me what they cancel the appointment. So I figured when they said the doctor wouldn't be able to see me, that both appointments had been canceled. But Faye told me, she said, they might not have canceled the other, and I said, yeah, they said the thing was, had been canceled. And every day, 2 or 3 times a day, she would nag, you need to call. And let me read to you what I was beginning to think I had myself. And it comes from Proverbs, I think it is. Yeah. Proverbs 21, 19. Now this is what I thought I had myself here, and thought I might be better. It says, better to live in the wilderness than with a nagging and hot-tempered wife. And I really think, Lord, what have you given me? Because she was on me, you need to call. So finally I did. I gave in, and I called, but it happened to be about 11 o'clock Monday morning. And I called, and the lady said, yeah, you're supposed to be here at 2 o'clock for them to go ahead and do the ultrasound. She said, but there's no one going to be able to see you after that. I said, okay. So I went on in and had that done, and I left. And on the way back to the interstate, just before I got to the interstate, my phone rang. And it was the lady that had done the ultrasound, and she told me, she said, you need to get back to the office here, we need to talk to you. So I said, okay. So I turned around, I told Faye, I said, evidently something went wrong, I need to redo it or something. So we went back, and when I got back, the lady that had done the thing was standing at the elevator and she told me, she said, you need to come in and talk to the nurse practitioner. So I found out then there was a nurse practitioner there that evidently could have seen me all the time, but anyway. So I went back there, and she told me, she said, we're going to have to put you in hospital. She said, that right side of your neck is stopped up. She said, we're going to have to put you in hospital and do surgery on you. I thought, oh Lord. So then, whenever she told me that, and she told me, she said, we're surprised you haven't had a stroke. So then here's what I found out that I really had. It says, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So I figured then, I was doing pretty good. So I kind of forgot about moving to the wilderness. But anyway, they put me in the hospital, and I had never been in the hospital other than having stitches put in or some little something like that, in the emergency room. So I was beginning to get nervous about it, like I said, I'd never been in the hospital, so I just sat there and kind of closed my eyes, and I said, Lord, you're gonna have to pull me through this. I said, this is getting scary, and a peace just came over me like you wouldn't believe. I went through the surgery and everything, and they said that they got it all cleared up and everything. And while I was in the hospital, and all the nurses and the doctors and everybody was just as good to me as they could be. That really surprised me, because I had heard other people talk about how bad some of the nurses could be, but I never had a bad nurse, and everything went good through that. I'm still having this side over here, they said it's a little stopped up, and they didn't keep close check on that. And then the other day they was checking my stomach. They said I may have some blockages in my stomach, so they can keep a close watch on that. So I think I'm going to be okay, and I really hope and wish that y'all would continue to pray for me. But before I leave, me and Faye had went to up in the mountains in I think it was the first weekend of December, and we was in a little antique shop, and they had different little signs there, and there was one, particular sign that really, caught our eye, and I thought I'd just share this with y'all. And I really like this. It says, live in such a way that those who know you but don't know God will come to know God because they know you. That says, live in such a way that those who know you but don't know God will come to know God because they know you. I thought that was real good, and I'm going to try to live that way, and I think that'd be good for all of us to try to do that. So y'all just continue to pray for me. Thank you.